Okay, now let's hit phone script.
Perfect.
Let's start with, I guess let's just do the introduction for instant internet leads. What do you say?
Perfect.
So you can
Perfect.
call me.
So I am one of those people. I always have my phone script in front of me. So I'm gonna pull it up here. It's
No
just
matter what.
no matter what.
And you've memorized it.
I've been doing this for 4 years. I've memorized the script, but I will always have the phone script in front of me. It's just like a security thing. Do you do that too?
No,
No?
but I should.
Yeah.
I would do better.
I recommend it.
Yeah.
Phone scripts and then objections as
Yeah.
well. So
Solid.
awesome. So, hey Andrew.
Yes.
Andrew, this is Nina at the benefit office here in Maricopa County, getting back to you about the life insurance request you sent in a few weeks ago. It looks like you put your address here as 1247 East Bluefield and your date of birth as June 28th, 1976. Is that correct?
Yes.
Awesome. So perfect. My name is Nina. I'm just letting you know that we did get your requests, and I'm actually just the field underwriter assigned to get this out to you and go through a quick eligibility. Just like I said, it's all non-medical, so no blood or physical or anything. I just need to check your ID and make sure that no one has you strapped to a hospital bed full time. It should take 10 to 15 minutes. Now, are you still working full time? Are you retired or disabled?
I'm working full time.
Okay, and then are you single, married, widowed, or divorced?
Married.
Okay, okay, Andrew. So I'm dispatched out to you tomorrow, seeing about 50 other families. I have an opening at 5:45 or in 8:30 p.m. Do you have a preference?
8:30.
8:30. Okay. I'm gonna write you in for 8:30 p.m. Again, my name is Nina, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Before we get off the phone, do you have a pen and paper nearby?
Yes.
Okay. Let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Okay, awesome. I'm gonna have you write down a few things for me. First and foremost is my name. My name's Nina, and that's spelled Nina. Our appointment time, 8:30 p.m. tomorrow, the 17th. And then our confirmation code, which is 12ND. Read that back to me.
12ND.
Perfect. What time is our appointment?
8:30.
Okay, awesome, Andrew. And then on my way there, before we get off the phone, if I get lost since I'm not too familiar with that area, do you mind if I give you a call ahead of time?
I don't mind at all.
Perfect. I'll see you tomorrow at 8:30 p.m.
Love it. I like how you asked me to what time are you coming over? Because it made me remember.
Yep.
Even me sitting right here, it made me remember.
Exactly.
That's solid.
Quiz them.
So you quiz them at the end.
Yeah, even in appointments too. Quiz them at the end.
Okay, we'll talk about that when we get into the in-home. And you're doing that so I remember.
Absolutely.
All right, let's get into in-home.
Perfect.
So now this is an instant internet life lead in-home.
Okay.
Let's go straight from knocking on the door.
Perfect. Andrew, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. Straight to the point.
So
really.
wait, at the door, what do you say? I answer the door. What do you say? Do you want my shoes on or
Uh-huh.
off or?
I don't say that.
No?
I don't take my shoes off. No, but I'll say, Andrew, I'm here for our appointment about the life insurance request you put in.
Hi.
Hi, how are you doing today?
Good.
Do you have a table we can sit at?
Yeah, come on in.
Awesome, awesome. How are you doing today? Good?
Awesome, yeah.
And it's just you. You're not married, right?
I'm married. Let me get my
okay.
wife.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Make sure both of them are there. So you guys put in a request for some life insurance through social media. What pushed you to fill that out?
We just wanted some quotes.
You just wanted some quotes. Okay, what was the purpose of filling out that form? Someone recently passed away in the family? You have a mortgage to protect? What are you looking
Yeah, just getting older and want to make sure if something happens. And we just had a baby,
for? Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So the baby. All right. And what's your baby's name?
Atlas.
Okay, awesome, awesome. Well, congratulations. So I'm real quickly just going to go through who I am and what I do. First things first, my name is Nina. I'm licensed by the state of Arizona to go over this life insurance coverage with you. This right here is my Arizona state insurance license, and then this is my badge. So I'll show them both just for credibility. And then
Do you feel that makes them more comfortable?
absolutely. And I'll even encourage them to take a picture of both just so they have it. You know, it builds that trust. It makes them feel more comfortable. So I'll go through that. Take a picture of this if you'd like. And then
And you have a badge on too, right?
super professional, yeah. The badge is like
The
gold.
best.
It's
Yeah.
gold. Did you have one when you were in the
Oh,
field?
yeah.
Yeah. It's
And
gold.
I would tell people on the phone, I'd go, hey, don't let me in if I don't have the badge, because And I did that so other people couldn't get into the house. Well, I forgot my badge one day, and this lady wouldn't let me into the appointment that I set.
That's hilarious. Oh my gosh. So from there, I'll go to the credibility sheet and I say, okay, so the company that I work for is called Family First Life. So I'm a broker. I'm not a captive agent. I don't just work for one company. I don't give one quote. I don't do any of that. I'm not the quote guy. I work for about 15 to 20 different companies that are all A and A plus rated. So I'm sure you recognize most of these companies, correct?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So all of these companies have been around forever. They're not going anywhere, okay? So a lot of what we do is mortgage protection insurance. We also do life insurance, and we specialize in safe money retirement. We're focusing on the life insurance portion for you today, okay?
Okay.
And then I flip over and I bring out my inventory sheet. And just like you always say, the key with the inventory sheet is to get as much information as you possibly can. Like, I don't want any white spaces on that form. Like, I want to fill it
Yeah,
out.
someone said to me, they go, and this helped me a lot. They go, think about you're painting a picture of their life by getting as much information on this inventory sheet so you can show them what it looks like if something happens to
Yeah,
them.
absolutely. And oftentimes, like, you'll go into a final expense appointment and they might be younger and they have a mortgage and they're healthy. So you could combine the two. You could get them both. So there's so much that you can find out just from that form. So I'll flip over. And one of the things I always say is we have 3 objectives before we get into these questions. I'm going to take about 2 minutes to go through some medical questions and finance questions to see what you would actually qualify for, okay? So we have 3 objectives. We want to make sure that we find coverage that's affordable for you, comfortable for you, and then something you can actually qualify for. Is that fair?
Yes.
Okay, awesome.
What you're doing right now is a trial close,
Exactly.
which means you're getting them to agree to do business if you could find something affordable, fits their needs budget, but you haven't showed them prices yet.
There we go.
Now, just to reverse, you didn't get like emotional. Do you do that? Some
No.
people get real deep into what does it look like if you die? What's going to happen to your wife? You don't do that.
No, I save that for after the inventory sheet. I kind of try to find
Okay, so you're going
what their income is. I feel like you have to know what their income looks like before kind of getting into that. So.
Do you think that their health, like you're painting this picture of why they're going to need insurance and how you can help them with the financial inventory.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think their health has something to do with that? Like if somebody's not healthy, you go, okay, so you're the primary breadwinner, you have some health conditions, you want to make sure your wife and kids are taken care of.
Absolutely.
Do you use that though?
Oh yeah, 100%. I feel like you have to.
And on the one thing that's not on the financial inventory is, do you save any money? Do you ask that question?
I ask if they have any significant savings in place.
Do you ask if they save any money per month?
No.
Okay.
Okay. So I'll go through, I'll ask, if they rent or own their house, how much they're paying for it, what it's worth. So I'll go through all those questions. And then I'll dig into some medical questions. So Andrew, how young are you?
I'm 31.
You're 31, okay. And your wife?
31.
Okay, 31. Awesome. And then are you working still, I assume?
Yes.
Okay, what do you do for work?
I'm in sales.
Okay, you're in sales. And then what about is your monthly income?
4,100.
4,100. And then Nicole, what about for you?
She doesn't work. She's stay-at-home mom.
She's a stay-at-home mom. Awesome. And then Andrew, tell me, are you taking any medications currently?
No.
No? Okay. Nothing at all?
Nothing.
Nothing that you've been prescribed in the last 5 years?
Just like ibuprofen.
Ibuprofen.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. And then any major surgeries the last couple of years?
No.
Okay. And then is your family health history pretty good? Any cancer, heart disease, heart attacks,
Nothing.
diabetes? Nothing at all? Okay. And then...
now, if it is, do you use that as another reason for them to get protection?
Absolutely.
So you you take the sum of all these things and you kind of paint this picture for them, like this happened to your family.
Yeah. Like if they say, yeah, heart disease, okay, who had it? And
then do you ever like summarize this after you get this information? You go, okay, Nina, so as I'm looking at your situation, your dad died at, 62 of a heart attack. You're the primary breadwinner. Your wife doesn't work. You have a son. looking at your situation, I can see why you want to make sure they're taken care of.
Yep.
God forbid something happened to you. Do you actually summarize that back to them?
Yeah, I feel like that's why it's so important to get those details because you repaint the picture for them.
Got it.
Right. So,
So you're going to do that to me right now.
absolutely.
Okay.
I am. Okay. So nothing runs in the family, no health issues at all. Now I'm going to ask you some preliminary health questions. You're just going to answer yes or no to these. I would normally, have the sheet in front of me, so I'd write everything down as I'm going. Any heart attacks for you, heart failure, any cancer, diabetes, high blood pressure,
No.
any asthma or COPD,
No.
thyroid issues,
No.
anxiety or depression, kidney or liver disease.
No.
Okay, awesome. What do you owe on this home?
300,000.
300,000, a 15, 20, or 30-year loan.
30.
Okay, when did you move in?
1 year ago.
1 year ago. Okay, so 29 years left. Awesome,
29 years left.
What's the house worth?
Probably 500.
500. Nice. $200,000 of equity in it.
Yeah.
That's great. And then, do you ever add?
Everybody's leaving California to come to Vegas, so everyone's fighting over houses.
Yeah, makes sense. It's horrible. And then, are you adding extra towards your mortgage payments to pay that loan off early?
No.
Okay, nothing at all. Do you
Nothing.
plan on it?
Maybe down the road.
Okay, awesome. And then as far as anything that you currently have in place that would act like life insurance.
So even though this was an internet life lead, you're going into the mortgage questions.
100%. I mean,
Okay.
that's such a great product.
Okay.
Living benefits and everything. We'll get into that. But what do you have in place currently that would offset the cost of the mortgage or that would help Nicole and Atlas that would be in place when the time does come?
I have coverage through work.
You have coverage through work, okay. And then any 401ks, IRAs, stocks, bonds, mutual funds, nothing like that?
Like 50,000 in retirement.
Okay. And then that life insurance, so it's through work. So just like a company car, you know how that works, right? Once you leave, quit, or retire within 31 days, that'll go away. So with that work coverage, how much do you have in place?
100,000.
100,000. Okay. Wow, that's not even enough to cover the loan. And then,
And you make little comments
oh
like
yeah,
that.
throughout the whole presentation.
So there's
Absolutely.
a ton of little.
You get in their head. It's all about word tracks. So, okay. And then I assume Nicole's your beneficiary on that policy?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Great, Andrew. So based off of everything you told me, I know what you'll be able to qualify for. The key is now just finding something, of course, that's affordable, comfortable, and something you can qualify for. I wish I could approve everyone. Unfortunately, I cannot. We have to submit a request for coverage from the carriers, and then they make that decision. The company that I think will accept you is called Americo. So first and foremost, that's where I go. And then what's the biggest thing that you're looking for with this coverage? Obviously, you have a mortgage, right? So you're looking for something that would cover that loan if something were to happen to you, because Nicole is the stay-at-home mom. So she's not going to have any of your income coming in anymore when that day does come, right?
Right.
And then tell me, is this important to you? If you became terminally, chronically, critically ill, and you couldn't work anymore, and you had to obviously still keep up with those mortgage payments, would something help, some coverage like that help where they would send you some of the money or if all of it maybe up front?
I'm sure, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hopefully that doesn't happen.
And then aside from the mortgage, are you looking for funeral and final expense insurance, or what's the most
Just
important
money
thing?
for my kid and wife.
Just money for your kid and wife. Okay, awesome. So then based off everything that you told me, I would basically go into quotes. I would go Americo first. I would give them a couple different options. I would go
Are you going to hit cash back like
I am.
heavy?
Heavy, especially because you're 31, right?
So show me the pitch, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so I would go a few different ways. So I always do 3 options. I option close, I guess. So I go, the first option is going to be the most affordable option, and I draw like $1 sign next to it. So I'll draw like a little T chart with like 3 sections, and the first one is the first dollar sign, and I'll say, okay, the first option.
Drew, we should get a little like thing you can write on in here and record at the same time.
But the first option is going to be the most affordable option. That's why it has $1 sign. So what this is, I like to call it traditional mortgage protection or traditional insurance. So this is going to be active if you were to pass away in any type of accident. So accidental death only. So this is the first option. The second option is a term life insurance policy that's going to cover you for 30 years. So I would show 30 years in that case. And it's going to protect you in the event of a death, whether it's natural or accidental. It'll also include living benefits. So if you become terminally, chronically, critically ill, it'll fully cover you as well. But it's only going to cover you for those 30 years. After that, if you don't use it, you lose the coverage. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Awesome. So that's the second option. So I'll put $2 signs there. And then the third option is very...
What's the deal with the $2 signs? I don't
just
get it.
in order from like the cheapest to the most expensive coverage.
Okay.
So
Got it.
then, then I feel like it'd be easier if I was writing it out. But then I go to the third box and I'll put $3 signs and I'll say, okay, this right here is our priciest option, but it is our most popular program. And I think this is something that would fit you guys very well. So this is called a term with cashback policy. So what this policy does, it lasts for 30 years, just like the second option here. You pay into it every single month for those 30 years. If something happens, like you become terminally, chronically, critically ill, or you pass away, this is going to make sure that Nicole has money coming in, okay? But if nothing happens in those 30 years, so by the age of 61, you would get every single penny that you put into your policy back tax-free. So of these three, which one sounds best for you to leave?
Why would the company do that? It seems like too good of a deal.
It benefits you. It's a great product.
But how does the company make money?
They invest your money that you put into it monthly.
Got it. So they're taking my money, investing it.
Yeah.
But if I were to save money, I don't make any money on that really anyway. So
Exactly. Exactly.
And how much is that one?
Well, then at that point, then I would find them different options.
What do you think it would be? Just
depending, it just depends what coverage. So
So
for me, I would
300?
look for three to 400,000 with America is what I would put in place.
so 400.
400,000. And then honestly, I would stack some Mutual of Omaha accidental with that just to give more coverage. The most common way to die before the age of 65 is in a car accident. So I would stack more accidental on top of that to show more coverage. But I would, show 400.
With your money back. So what do you think that would cost me guessing?
Your age,
Yeah.
over $200 a month. But you get everything
Which
back.
is not a lot.
No.
See, so I'm going to say, okay, I want the $200 a month.
Okay, awesome. So this $200 a month, this amount is comfortable for you, good days, bad days. I want to make sure this coverage is in place at all times, okay? So not just today, not just in 30 days, but the day that you pass away. That amount is comfortable for you, correct? $200 a month. Okay, awesome. So the next step...
I just won't go to the casino for once a week.
Smart. So the next step, like I said, I wish I could approve everyone. Unfortunately, I cannot. The company has to. So we're going to submit a request for coverage, see if you can even qualify. They'll let me know in 1 to 2 business days if you do. And then from there, you'll be protected.
Okay. So you sign me up. Cool. How do you quiz me at the end?
So one thing I'll say at the end is, okay, Andrew, I was going to ask you this at the very beginning. This really cements the sale, I feel like. So I was going to ask you
Why
this.
do you want to submit the sale?
So it doesn't fall off. Chargebacks are going to happen. That's totally normal in the industry that we're in, but you can
Limit them.
limit them, especially like with the way you cement. So I've gotten really good with cementing. So one of the things I ask everyone before I leave is, okay, Andrew, so I'm glad I was able to, get this applied for today. So you took a while to get this taken care of. I mean, you have a wife and you have a kid as well. What took you so long to get this in place? Someone could have died already. Like, be genuine about it. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I'm just a procrastinator.
Most people are. That makes sense. Hey, at least you got it taken care of today. And then I'll say, okay, give me 3 reasons. I like to do this with everyone. I want you to quiz me today, okay? Or grade me today. Give me 3 reasons of why you got this coverage in place today. So I don't want you to just tell me, oh, because it's affordable, or oh, it made sense. I want you to tell me 3 reasons why this coverage is important to you and why you actually got this in place.
Reason 1, if something happens to me, my wife and kid have a place to live and some extra money left over.
Mm-hmm.
Reason 2, you explained it really well. And reason 3, I get all my money back in 30 years.
There you go. Okay.
Now, what if they can't give you 3 reasons?
Oh, I'll sit there until they
Do
give
they
me
always come up with 3 reasons?
Always. Yeah. I don't care if it takes them 20 minutes. It's really cementing that sale for them. So they remember why they got it. So if they ever were to call me and say, "Oh, I want to cancel this coverage," okay, well, these are the 3 reasons you gave me.
And you just remember them, or
I'll write them down.
you, and where do you save them?
I just have like a little sheet that I write them down on, and I
And you
save
save
them
all the sheets?
with all my client
Where?
I have all my clients' information with me. So my
Where?
client profile sheet. I have a filing cabinet.
Why don't you use like Google Drive or something?
I'm old school.
Drew, would you guess Nina had a filing cabinet?
No, I wouldn't. No.
That's surprising.
I really do. That's where I keep. Well, where do you keep all the paperwork? You upload it.
I got it.
Okay.
All right. So you do that. Now, do you send a thank you note or anything to customers?
Yes, I do.
What does that say?
I basically say I don't say thank you. I say congratulations on getting this coverage in place, and then I add another business card in there, and then I have my referral little script in there.
Do you say thank you for trusting me to help your family? Anything like that?
No, mine just says congratulations on qualifying for this coverage. I'm your agent for life. Anything you need, feel free to reach out.
Handwritten?
To me. Handwritten.
Do they love that?
They love that.
That's so big.
It adds
That's
your
so
little
huge.
touch. So.
Yeah. I used to do that, write them all out and mail them out.
Absolutely. It's awesome.
All right. So any other tips on in-home instant internet life lead?
I just feel like they're really simple. Just buy as many as they're always loading in there. You know what I mean? So buy as many. How many are we getting a day?
7,500 a day.
And it's going to increase.
And it can go to 30,000 if agents need them.
Yeah, like I said, I've had super success with them. I went to Hawaii and Minnesota. I've written 23,000 just off those in the last month. They work just as long as you do.
doing